It's always funny.
So at the fuck.
So it says when you pretend that you're gonna do something to your GF. I've done this to two, three of my girlfriends, and actually, I'm lying. I've done it to at least five girls I was with, but three of them had the funniest response. One, she just was like, and she used to box, and so I'm guessing that's why she was like, one, I knew that was fake, and two, I would piece you up. I know that's what she was thinking. I'm not afraid that she would have actually pieced me up because we know it's actually good. But I would never even do that. You know what I mean? But it's always funny when you get a response. Some of these responses, like these is getting worked.
Sickness out of you.
She made that.
Why'd you flinch? What'd you flinch for?
She's seen him cry too many times to believe that he's hard. That's why she was just staring in his face, smiling.
Don't do that.
Español.
¿Qué te pasa? Yo te voy a enseñar.
How did you even respond?
Exactly.
The hell?
See, she fight. She didn't beat a couple of girls up before. She didn't beat up a couple of girls before in her life, and she's always ready to go. You see, she threw up the guard. That's not a regular thing to do. That's great reflexes and always on timing. You feel me?
What the fuck? Don't fucking flinch.
That right there is egregious, though. Like, she's probably been in at least county for at least 3 months before. You see how she used the braid as a weapon in less than 2 seconds? She that's why she has a braid. She's already calculated this. It was well thought out. She's dangerous. She's probably the one I'm the most afraid of throughout this whole compilation. This is
Try me?
and this one I wouldn't have done. Like, she already knew that he wouldn't do nothing right then and there, because who would do that while she's holding the pan? She's not afraid at all because she already knows she's ready to play tennis at any given minute. He didn't even look scary.
Why?
He was actually upset, and he didn't see that coming. He's actually shocked. Like, the look on his face is saying, I never thought you would actually hit me.
Did you do that?
Are you okay? Something wrong with you?
I think this one might be the funniest because she's like, what? Something. Not even registering.
And I'm just playing.
What?
I'm not doing anything.
The fact that he jumped out the car is actually crazy. It's like, she beats him, and she knows that he knows that she will beat him. That's the only thing I could say to that one, because why else did he run out of the car?
What do you think you're doing? What are you doing?
She had brothers. That's the response of a girl who either used to wrestle, play softball, or she had brothers, or all the above. She's not only did she not jump, she stuck her chest out and approached, like, back up, give me space. Look, and the way he gave ground so quickly is actually the funniest part.
Oh.
See, that's another fighter right there. She not new to a squabble. She done had a couple of run-ins. She done gave her fair share of lumps. The look on the face is the craziest. She, who the fuck you think you dealing with? I'm not the mother host, is what she said. I got a two-piece always loaded.
Oh, okay, hold on.
And then she took the drawback stance. She's a seasoned vet as well. That's a professional right there. First, she got the separation with the body shots. Then she took her guard back, followed up, right? And as soon as she connected, she hit the step back. She didn't wait for retaliation. She threw a three-piece, you feel me, and then took a step back. And all three pieces connected. Can we add that? She's not out here swinging loosely, wildly, or blind. Her eyes even stayed open during contact. She knows what she's doing.
What are you doing?
You hard body or whatever, huh?
And honestly, I feel bad for him. The way he looked down is like, shit, I'm a bitch. Because she didn't even blink. Like, and it looked like they was in the middle of having some, she looked like she was already annoyed with whatever it was talking about. And so the fact that he did that and got no response made that 10 times harder. He thought he was doing something. He thought he was doing something.
Hey! Well, babe, I was kidding. I was kidding. Don't hit me again. It was a joke.
What the? Oh!
And the fact that she dropped him is actually egregious. Is now not only does she smack the shit out of him, but she knows that she could drop his ass when he's not ready for it. Shouldn't play like that, my boy. Now your girl know that she could bitch slap you and drop your ass. Like, she now feels like she can take down a man, bro. He created a monster with this. He's the only one who actually fell. You feel me? No one else even broke eye contact for the most part. The most they did is take a step backwards. This nigga actually fell. Now in her brain, she can take on a nigga, bro. She is a nigga. Like, she just knocked this nigga over, bro. Why? He just made us all look bad, bro. She was ready for war. And honestly, I think I'd be more scared of her. Out of all the ones we've seen, I think I'm the most scared of her, because what is this? With the stance, and she looked like she was Asian, she probably was ready to do some taekwondo fu. She was about to take him out.
Sickness out of you.
Crazy.
Why'd you flinch? What'd you flinch for?
That's why.
¿Qué te pasa?
Not even worried.
Yo te voy a
Not
enseñar.
even worried.
The hell? What the fuck?
That braid is
flinch at
egregious.
me?
That's crazy. The fact that she did that fast. He looked like a little chihuahua, and that's crazy.
Why'd you do that?
He was not ready. He did not expect it.
Something wrong with you?
And I'm just playing.
The look at his face looked unserious.
What?
I'm not doing anything.
What do you think you're doing? What are you doing? Oh, okay, hold on.
What are you doing?
Pieced him up quick.
You hard body or whatever, huh?
Hey! Well, babe, I was kidding. I was kidding. Don't hit me again. It was a joke.
What the? Oh!
Dropped him. That was the worst. She's now a man. She now knows that she can take down a man.
Keep your hands up, okay? Keep it clean.
Ah!
Keep your hands up, here. That was
Why she
up.
bop her like
I mean-
that? She said that was up. You keep your hands up. Look,
Low.
this little girl is dangerous, but for real. That shit straight in her face.
Keep your hands up, okay? Keep it clean.
Only gonna tell you once. Bow. Ah. Look at the smile on her face. She's having fun right now. You said, keep your hands up. Mop, I told you to keep them up. That was too far down.
Keep your hands up, here. That was up. I mean, low.
She said, frozen time for a second. Look at her eyes. That was crazy. It would be so funny to watch kids beat each other up. It's funny to see little kids fight, bro. It's funny to see little kids fight.
I'm about to say something, but it is my personal experience. The only time I have ever ran into a man who had anything negative to say about the fact that I had a big butt was genuinely because he couldn't reach.
You know, I've never thought about this for real. Like, dudes who be like, no, that's too much for me, or no, that's too thick for me. I always just took it as some dudes just don't like thick women. But when she said this, I was like, oh, now that's an interesting thought.
Like the package couldn't make it to the birthday. Like that boy got there and missed the dunk. He thought he hit a home run, but it landed in the foul line. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? They're just never big enough. So instead of women shaming them, they turn around and shame women.
And so at this point right here is when I was like, I've never had this issue. Oh, wow. No wonder. And it made me start to think about, I don't mind. I like some thickness. You feel me? I don't mind a thick one, right? And I had this white dude look at me with a thick girl and just be like, bro, how's it work? And I'm like, what you talking about? And he's like, man, I don't know if I could ever. And I'm like, that's cool. He was like, I just, I don't think I have enough for all of that. And I was again like, that's cool. And then he was like, so you got to be packing, huh? And I just bust out laughing. I started crying. And I was like, yo, is this what people be thinking when they see me with thick women? Is yo, that they must be packing because I could never handle all of that body. My man, I started crying. So when I seen this video, I was like, yo, so it's actually the case. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I ain't really had too many questions, never had too many complaints or grievances. But I guess I kind of wondered.
For being bigger, for being shaped how they're shaped when they can't help it, right? Because you can't help having a little one. I'm about to say something, but it is my personal experience. The only time I have ever ran into a man who had anything negative to say about the fact that I had a big butt was genuinely because he couldn't reach. Like the package couldn't make it to the birthday. Like that boy got there and missed the dunk. He thought he hit a home run, but it landed in the foul.
And after watching this, I just got to say, I'm sorry for all the fellas who will never really have the experience of some thick ones. You feel me? Like it's kind of really nothing else like it. So if you're afraid that you can't handle it, you're missing out on a very, very great experience. And I don't really know what to say other than sucks to suck. Send the thick ones my way.
You post a bitch with your arm around them, bitches are coming. And this is a fact. Bitches are attracted to men that have bitches. I don't know what it is. I've been guilty of it myself once upon a time.
And so as someone who kind of tries to stay conscious of who and what I'm posting on my like social media, this is something I've tried to avoid for the last couple of years. Is like I realized me and my girlfriend were completely fine until we took our relationship to social media. And then she started paying more attention to what was happening on my social media. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize the amount of like female likes and comments that went up on my profile once I posted my girlfriend and tagged her on my profile. And I had other dudes that I knew commenting and telling me stuff, not commenting to me, but like outside of social media in real time, mentioning or saying things about my girlfriend to me. And I'm like, why are you on my girlfriend's Instagram, dog? Like, it's weird. But once you start posting the person that you're involved with, or you tag them in something, just the amount of attention that goes to both of your guys' pages from people that know you guys, annoying. I'd rather just stay off your social media and you stay off of mine until we get to the point of knowing each other's friends and family and possibly even engaged or married. If we're dating, I'll post you, but I'm not tagging you. And I'm not posting you on my page. I'm going to post you in my story because motherfuckers be doing homework and trying to figure out who that is and if they know them. And it's just way too much to think about these days when it comes to posting your significant other on social media. Or you feel me, an ex is still following them or looking from another page. They see they got into a happy relationship. Next thing you know, they're trying to reach out to that person. Or like, it's just too many variables, too many hating assholes. I'd rather my relationship just be under wraps. People would start sending them messages, talking to them from third-party accounts, saying egregious things to them. Like, I'd rather you not even know that I exist outside of what you see that I'm posting. Where I'm at, who I'm talking to on a regular, don't matter.
Time. And I've also been on the other end where like if I post myself with somebody, they are getting their DMs hit up. You post a bitch with your arm around them, bitches are coming. And this is a fact. Bitches are attracted to men that have bitches. I don't know what it is. I've been guilty of it myself once upon a time. And I've also been on the other end where like if I post myself with somebody, they are getting their DMs hit up. You post a bitch with your arm around them, bitches are coming.
And it's so crazy. And I was talking to, who was I talking to about it? Oh, I forget. I believe I was talking to another woman about it, and she was just saying like women will purposefully talk to dudes who are involved with somebody for the competition of the matter, and just being able to say, I got his attention and he's supposed to be in a committed relationship, or to like verify that all good dudes are cheaters or goers. Like, and it's just the idea that if one girl likes him, then he must have some redeemable quality, especially for the fact that a lot of women put on the facade that there's so many things that a guy has to do in order to be even considered for a relationship. So instead of finding a guy and trying to figure out if he qualifies for a relationship, you take a pre-qualified man that's already been in a relationship. And if it's a long-term relationship, that means he already understands the things that comes with being with a woman. You feel me? And so I'm not saying it's right, it's fair, or that it makes perfect logical sense. But if you take it from a deductive reasoning standpoint of, in order for a woman to date a man, she has to like him, find him attractive, and be able to see something with him. And if I personally am going to take 6 months before I decide to be in a relationship, and he's been in a relationship for a year and a half, that means that she took at least 6 months to make sure he was good, and anything he couldn't do or didn't do, you feel me? And so, especially if a woman finds out you're in a relationship with a woman that she either looks up to or admires in some way, if she's able to now take that man, she feels as good as that other woman. And it has nothing to do with the other man. And I'm not going to say it's only women. Some dudes would do this, especially dudes who feel like they busters, bruh. If they don't feel as if they're on their own game or their own square, they will most definitely pinpoint a nigga and take his girl, or attempt to take his girl, or at the bare minimum, fuck up his relationship with his girl, just because they don't like the fact that this nigga's winning, or that he has something they feel like they can't get, especially if he's attractive, good looking, and he has a girl that they want or wanted. Or let it even be this, a girl that he had the attention of, and then you took the attention off of him and you didn't even do it. It's just he knows that he was talking to her, and then all of a sudden he sees you with her and she don't talk to him no more. He's not going to be mad at her, bro. You came in the picture and fucked it up. He's not looking at it as she chose up. No, you messed up his chance by giving her something else to look at. So if she wasn't looking at you, she'd be looking at me, which again is not the most logical thing to say, doesn't make the most sense. But deductive reasoning from a flawed mind is going to say, what is the new variable? Not thinking that the new variable only existed because of a previously existing variable, which is the fact she did not fuck with you the long way. Because if she fucked with you the long way, there would have been nothing that intercepted or took her out of the way except for you. So I digress. But post your significant other on your social media at your own discretion and your own goodwill if you want to. I will say this. Sometimes you have to, in the sense of people want to know that they're not being hidden and that there's nobody else. You feel me? Because if you've been in a relationship for 2, 3, 4 years and you've never posted a story or a post with your significant other or even referencing them, I know me personally, if we've been together for over a year and I ain't get one post or even a story, I have questions. This is weird. Just because I'm gonna post you on my story at the bare minimum, even if your face isn't in it. So if I don't exist on your social media presence, digital presence at all over the course of years, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm not gonna front. But at the same time, I'm not expecting anybody to post me on a regular basis, consistent basis, or as soon, you feel me, at least 6 months. It takes at least 6 months before I'm even thinking about your social media. I don't care. You feel me? But that's just me though. I will second what she said. Post a picture with you outside hugged up with somebody and watch. Your DMs or your likes is going to act different.
What comes?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel kind of bad because I didn't really like know that people was this slow, and I feel bad saying that. But His friend is kind of slow, dog.
Goes down but never goes up.
Oh, and this is one no. His friend is slow, but I actually think I agree with Peyton on this one. I agree with Peyton. Y'all tell me what you think. I agree with Peyton on this one.
What comes down but never goes up?
Never.
Rain.
Rain. Yes, sir.
Don't touch me, dog.
Okay. What? See, you're
See, 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Thank you, CJ. But technically, that's not true either. Because if they say evaporation, hold on. God damn. Never mind.
Evaporation isn't rain.
And see, is evaporation rain? Because technically evaporation is rain, but it's not rain. You feel me? Evaporation only happens because of rain, and it is the water that came from the rain, but it's called evaporated water, so it has a different name, so it's not rain.
See, there you. Oh my God, there you go again. It's not rain.
That's actually not true because if they say evaporation is real, then rain does go up. But
evaporation isn't rain. You're doing it again. Evaporation is its own process. Matter of fact, rain.
That came from what?
Rain isn't even a thing. Rain is a process.
So him saying rain isn't even a thing is also like, wait, what are we talking about? The look on his face is my brain when I hear that statement. Rain isn't even a thing. It's a process. Raining is a process. Rain is the product produced from that process, which is rain water.
To rain.
It's not
what?
Rain isn't a verb, bro. I guess rain down. Huh.
Water is what is being come down. Rain, water leaving clouds, falling onto earth, that's rain.
So
that's
when it's raining.
When you catch it, you don't catch
what is
rain.
That? What am I catching?
Water. You're catching rain?
Yes. That's a raindrop.
Are you not catching rain? It's called a raindrop. So you just caught a raindrop. This is rain water.
Rainwater. A drop of what? What is it?
Rain.
It's water.
Yeah.
You put it in a glass. Are you drinking rain or are you drinking water?
Both.
It's raining water.
Both. Why can't
No, I'm drinking rain.
Oh, so one day I could
depends
catch
on where it comes from.
That it depends on where it comes from, because I guess he's right though, because if it came from a spring, you're now drinking spring water, but the water still started from the rain, didn't it? What is spring water? Isn't a spring made from the water that comes from the sky? I don't know, because apparently you're not really supposed to just drink the water that fall from the sky no more. So where are we getting this drinkable spring water and canyon water? I don't know, but isn't it rain water? This one actually got me because I agree with both sides. It is rain and it is water, so it's rain water, right? Can it be both? Are two things not able to coexist?
What? Where something originates, where something comes from is what that thing is called.
It originates from the cloud.
Okay, so now, if I get struck by lightning, I didn't get hit by lightning, I got hit by electricity? That's what you say?
Point.
I didn't get hit by a lightning bolt, I got hit by electricity?
Lightning is it. Lightning is what it is.
But what is lightning?
Electricity.
Lightning.
It's not electricity?
Is it electricity?
Yes.
Okay, so you got struck by lightning. Rain is it's coming down.
That's the same thing as rain.
What?
I agree with that one so hard because lightning is electricity. So if you get struck by lightning, you got hit with electricity. So it's the same idea as the rain and the water. That one was a good one. But a lot of the time, I just be like, bro, I can't with them. And so this says one time I got to actually agree with Peyton. Actually, that's my comment. I said that. Hey, he actually got the answer and he couldn't accept it.
We have to understand that good guys who aren't creeps and aren't players need to have.
So this right here is something that, like, this started to register to me the more that I started to, like, speak with women and understand the idea behind, like, why certain guys come off as more masculine or attractive. And part of the reason is because they'll do the approach and, like, persist thing. And I'm like, that's cool when you allow space for it. But the guy who goes out of his way and goes past your nose or I'm not interested or leave me alone, this is a guy who's not taking into account or regard what you're saying. So when you talk to a guy who is taking into account or regard the things that you do and say, i.e. he listens to and respects your opinion, at least enough to leave you alone if you ask to be left alone, it's going to be a better partner than a guy who doesn't listen to what you're saying and is just trying to get to his point or get what he wants out of the interaction. But at the end of this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to start this over.
we have to understand that good guys who aren't creeps and aren't players need to have some indication.
And so this is something that I've been trying to like put into better words, and that I've had conversations with women around.
That their attention is going to be welcome. And we've had, I call my first TED Talk is about what I call the fairy tale industrial complex. And it's this like, we've all been fed this idea that, oh, if a man wants you enough, he's gonna elbow everybody out of the way. And
he's gonna persist and pursue, and he's gonna go above and beyond. But like, if a dude walks up and tells someone to get out of the way and stop talking to you and leave you alone, and then you say, but I was actually talking to that person, and he's like, it's not no more, I'm coming into the picture. It's like, this nigga is disrespectful and doesn't have a regard for other people. So the fact that you think you're going to build a good relationship with someone who's able to disregard everyone else all the time is crazy.
It doesn't matter that you're in the corner hiding, like, don't look at me. He's going to be like, you're the one. And it's like, okay, you have to think about the mindset of the man that you want. Is the man that you want somebody who doesn't care whether or not you're interested in that attention? Or is the man that you want somebody that you actually want to, who is attuned to you enough to be like, okay, she's sending the universal body language signal of do not approach me.
Yeah.
Right?
And so that's another thing where it's like, as a dude who is good with people and socially aware, you're going to be looking to see whether or not someone even seems comfortable in the environment that they're in, and whether or not they still want to talk to you. So when dudes start being pushy and asking for follow-up information or contact information, it's like, you're not reading the sign. You're not paying attention to the other person. So how are you going to be a good relationship partner?
And so it's not about even, because I personally am not even somebody who is advocating that women make the first move. I don't think of it that way. I think about how do you create the conditions where connection is more likely.
And so some women will look at this as being told that they need to be a pick-me, or that they need to choose or need to do things like be bigger and like choosing signals. And it's not even that necessarily. It's just a matter of, like she said, being open and approachable in a manner that where the people you are interested in can at least read it.
To understand that good guys who aren't creeps and aren't players need to have some indication that their attention is going to be welcome.
I'll say this, from being in like middle school and high school, the dudes who always had the most girls and talked to the most girls was the dudes who did the most whooping, hollering, talking, walking up, and the most persistent every day. Even if a little shawty wasn't going, he stayed in her face. You feel me? Kept talking to her and kept being friendly until one day, you feel me? And so as we get older, it's like, those was the dudes who had all the time in the world. But once you get older and you de-center women as the center of your life and attention, and you care more about, you feel me, being a good person and having the things you care about go well for you, you're not just trying to be in every girl's face. I don't know. I guess I do know. It's just I'm still trying to figure out the best way to put this shit into words. It's like, nigga who's running you down, chasing you down, being adamant, 9 times out of 10, he's not gonna give a fuck about you in the long run.
And we've had, and
I think it's partially because it's no longer about the yes or the no. It's about the sport. It's about getting the yes now. You've made it a game. It's like, dude deserved to get packed out. Dude deserved to get packed out twice because they tried to jump him. That's crazy and took way too long.
You did right. You did right. Because once you realize that he done weaved every...
Look, so watch. So the 2 things happen. 3 things happen. 1, he weaves everything thrown at him. 2, it's 2 on 1. 3, he does not spill this beverage in his hand right here. Watch this hand right here and watch the duck action on this noggin right here. 1, easy swoop. 2, They tried to two-man him. Did he hit him? He hit the wrong person. He hit the wrong person. And homie, all the way over here. Look at the drink. The angle of it is not bent yet. It's still at about what is that? Probably like a 120. He didn't even hit the 180 with it. It's probably like a 120, not even. Yeah, I'll give it 120. And another one. That's a three-piece dodge combo. And the beer is still upright. And he hasn't even raised a hand yet. He gets the self-control of the year award. Because if I could dodge smooth like that 3 times, I definitely would have thrown in at least one akata. Get back. You feel me? I'm not smoothly just dodging all of those, bro. I'm gonna be too upset at the fact that y'all tried to jump me to even just walk them down like that and walk away. 1, 2, 3. And he was like, nah, never mind. You could actually fight. Like, I thought I could fight, but it seems like you could actually fight. He ain't want none of this stuff. But why he put homie in front of him? He said, you got this. Put the black eye up front.
Nah, you did right. You did right. Because once you realize that he done weaved everything that you threw at him, you got to get the fuck up out of there. Matter of fact, you took it to the next level because you tried to get somebody else to do it. Push dude in the way. Yeah. Yeah. And then not only did he weave you, he weaved somebody else in the process, all while holding some.
He held that boy.
People struggle with loyalty because everybody is their own god and everybody only has loyalty to their own desires. And then the culture perpetuates this. And then usually girls around your age think that your own desires is the only thing that matters, which kind of becomes your religion. And then it becomes your philosophy and it becomes your god. So it's incredibly hard for people to be loyal, especially for women to be loyal when your own desires are your god, because then if anybody fails to meet your desires, it's like a personal crime against you. And that's why a guy can really do nothing wrong in a relationship, like nothing terribly inherently wrong, but it can feel to a woman like you were really wronged by him if he simply fails to.
That's a very interesting concept, to feel wronged when someone didn't do anything wrong.
Excite you or make you feel something. It's almost like an assault on the desire that you so badly seek to feel alive.
And so he said, to feel wronged when someone didn't do anything wrong because you feel as if there was an assault on your desired outcome or communication. Whereas like we build expectations of how people are supposed to respond to us. And sometimes if we don't get the desired response, we feel as if that person wronged us when really they exercise free will with a variable we didn't plan for. And sometimes it's not even that they did anything wrong or bad. It's just not what we would have rathered. And we'll be upset at and demonize a person over them not taking the choice that we would have preferred, that we never spoke up about. And that is not their responsibility to automatically withhold without knowing it's even a wanted experience. You feel like someone got you fucked up because you don't like the way they responded to something that wasn't even about you.
So the way that it was framed.
So you are your own god. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely not. But I know my worth. I know my worth.
But how does it feel to celebrate yourself like you are a god, basically?
Pretty nice.
People struggle.
I feel like that was probably clipped up. I don't even want to watch the rest of that.
I genuinely think you are probably dumber than most American high schoolers.
This right here is going to hurt your brain. It's going to hurt your feelings. It's going to hurt your pride. And it makes me scared for the future of America. I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to give you a GED test.
Okay.
If something is 25% off of $80, what's the final price?
No, I'm not.
And so this is something that my mom taught me early. She told me to just take the number and multiply, right? And so just take the 2 and then multiply it by the price and then start doing some subtraction, right? I don't even remember. But 25% is easy because 25 is a quarter. That's 1/4 out of 100. If 100 is 80, 20, 40, 60, 80. Like,
no, I'm not doing that.
What do you mean, no?
That's not math. I mean,
yeah, it is.
He said that's not math, brother. What?
That's not high school. That's real life. They didn't teach me that. They didn't teach me percentages.
That's not high school. That's real life.
They didn't teach me that.
If something's 25% off of $80, what's the final price?
80?
Why are you using your You don't get a calculator. That's not a TI-84. That's not a TI-84.
80 times 0.25 is $20.
Look, I'm happy he at least knew how to put it in a calculator. At least he knew how to put it in a calculator.
Okay, so what's your final price?
$20.
That part's egregious.
Peyton, if something's 25% off of something that's $80.
Why is he making that face?
I'm not getting the joke.
You're the joke. You're the joke. You're grown man. You are the joke. We're making fun of you. If something's 25% off of something that costs $80, what's the final price?
It's not 20.
It's not 20. I genuinely think you are.
The fact that he was smart enough to know it's not 20 is something, I guess. I don't know.
What does one have to do to
So DDG was giving game right here.
accumulate $300,000 in 1 month of content?
I mean, it's based off of your live concurrent viewers.
Okay.
It's based
Can
off
you
of
explain that?
Like how many people watching you at once.
Okay.
I always tell people, they be like, how many viewers I gotta have to make this much? If you can average 2,000 to 3,000 people every time you stream, you can make 6 figures a month. All you need is 2,000, 3,000 people.
Why that number though?
Because like it's ads that run. So when the ads run on them 3,000 people, if you live for, let's just say 250 hours for the month or some shit like that,
okay,
you can make 100.
Now, when you stream, do you multicast, or do you just pick one specific platform to stream off of?
I do multi-streaming now. I used to just do Twitch, but now I stream. When I stream, it's on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch.
YouTube, Kick, Twitch. You don't do TikTok?
Mm-mm.
Is it a reason why?
They too particular. Like,
I can't.
I be smoking weed and shit. Like, you know, if I do that on TikTok, they'll ban me.
Yeah. What would you?
TikTok most definitely will ban nigga quick, bro. I done had on TikTok banned. I done had it restricted. Let me check it right now. I'm on TikTok live right now. Let me make sure that these niggas with these cigars is not a problem, bro. I just got back on it. You feel me? Eesh. The crazy thing is they be kicking niggas off of TikTok for all types of shit, bro. But they still be having people on there doing and saying the most egregious things, bro. And then I get kicked off of TikTok because there was a lighter in the video. No fire, nothing being smoked, just a lighter. And then I get on TikTok and I see niggas smoking 5 L's, bro. At one time, no cap, no kidsy, bro. All 5 fingers. I'm like, how is he sitting here doing this, bro? And I'm getting kicked off the internet.
So we need more men saying very loudly what you just said.
Yeah, and I think most men don't want to be attacked for it. That's why they don't say it. But even when I get together with my guy friends, we don't.
So this is something else that I had to have. I didn't have to have. I tried to have this conversation with at least 2 or 3 different women that I was with, and it's just like they told me I was wrong. I literally had a girl tell me that I didn't know what I was talking about when I said, when I'm sitting around talking with dudes about women that we think are attractive or the women we think are bad, we very rarely say, oh, the way she do her makeup or those long lashes or those fingernails. I think part of the reason that women prefer the dudes who do like those things is because women like those things. So if he likes those things, they know that they'll get more of those things from him. As a dude who wholeheartedly does not care if your fingernails are long, short, pink, purple, blue, I'm not attracted to fingernails, bro. They don't do nothing for me. Like, I'm not attracted to eyelashes. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I did realize that when girls have them lashes on, sometimes their eyes be looking crazy and looking fire as fuck. I did realize that sometimes the lashes do be hitting and be making you want to look at in the face a little bit more, especially if she already just got pretty eyes or pretty cheekbones. Like, I will not say that a good lash do not enhance a face. A good lash will enhance a face. But at the end of the day, long lash or short lash is not the determining factor with whether or not I want to be with you, bitch. Your eyelashes do not make me like you. It might make me look at you twice, but if that second look gives me the moment to listen a little bit and the shit that you spewing is some trash, it don't matter that your eyes look fire. I can't stand and hear what you got to say. My ears hurt with every time you speak. My eyes is deceiving me because this is a bunch of bullshit. It just look nice. You feel me? But as a man, I'm trying to have this conversation with women who already have the idea that that is what attracts men because it gets their attention. Is like, you might get a man's attention being all glammed and dolled up. That does not mean you're going to keep his attention. And then the next statement is, I don't do things for men. Then why are you sitting here saying that men like it and this is what men want, but in the same breath saying you don't do it for men? Because I'm confused, especially if we talking about what men are attracted to, and you saying that they're attracted to lashes, nails, and certain hair. Or I'm not going to say there aren't certain features and qualities that aren't more preferred sometimes, but at the end of the day, I'm going to stick with what these niggas is saying.
Want that look. Age gracefully. The wrinkles are great. We love it. The stretch marks. We'll take all of that.
Yes.
When your face doesn't move, it's a little scary.
Speak, bro. Well,
so
there's research behind this now. So they've actually done research with mothers who have children who had Botox. And so their face doesn't make the expressions. Those kids were more likely to have sociopathic tendencies because they didn't understand how to.
And that right there is actually crazy. You're saying that the children of mothers who had been having facial treatment and Botox from the time that the children were young have more tendencies to have emotional issues and be more psychopathic because they have a lack of understanding facial expressions and the way people's faces work and move and emotion. They become emotionally devoid or emotionally void, bro, which is crazy to think about.
To empathize with other humans because they didn't see expressions and micro expressions on the face.
Oh, wow.
And so we're animals. We actually say so much with our micro expressions that we actually can't read each other. We can't read if we're safe or not with somebody if we can't read their micro expressions. And it especially impacts kids. So I love that you're saying this.
Yes.
I tell them all the time, I'm like, will you get your men to say this on stuff everywhere? Because women believe, oh, well, because J-Lo and Demi Moore and all these people who look a certain way and Beyonce who have endless money to spend on their beauty. And the world says, they're the most beautiful women in the world. Look how great they look at their age. We believe this idea of, oh, so then I have to do that to be worthy and celebrated in society.
So I do hear what she's saying there. And it is sad that that is an age-old tale. And the idea of beauty standards being set by celebrities and those who have endless amounts of money to spend on all types of things, products, treatments, and try to present the same way as from the day that they started. And it's kind of sad that the idea of aging, like she said, beautifully and gracefully has been shunned and looked down upon. Whereas like being alive for a long period of time is supposed to be something that's celebrated. So why not try to age gracefully? And the fact that a lot of this is perpetuated by women for women, but painted up as this is what men want. That's my problem with it. It's not that most men give a fuck. They do want women who look good, but to a certain extent, your face can still move. It's okay to have forehead wrinkles when you look up. Like, I don't mind when you smile, you have crow's eyes, like you look human.
We need more men saying very loudly
Facts.
what you just said.
Yeah, and I think most men don't want to be attacked for it. That's why they don't say it. But even when I get together with my...
And now he's right on that part too, because like I said, Lil Shawty told me I was wrong. She told me I didn't know what I was talking about. And she said, maybe the men that you talk to. And I'm like, bro, I've talked to white guys, black guys, Hispanic guys, rich guys, poor guys, rappers, lawyers. Like, the general consensus is I don't give a fuck about none of that. If she bad, she bad, with or without it. Bad is bad, and you don't have to look fake in order to be bad. I will say there are dudes who's like, I don't know, something about a certain type of nail or something about a fresh set of nails does something to me. I've heard dudes say, I don't know, something about those long lashes with a cat eye is just gonna get my eyes every time. You feel me? I know me personally, there's a certain lip gloss combo that when I see it on the right lip, I'm a sucker. You feel me? So I'm not gonna say it's not observed and appreciated, but it's not necessarily preferred. This right here was something that's interesting, and I feel like it's something I kind of realized already naturally, but I didn't have the language for it. And she put it into words. When people be lying, their vocal inflection go up, or it sound like they're asking questions. Really, for me, it was like I would be like, "Why do you sound confused?" That's what I would think in my head when I would hear people do this type of shit. Because it's like you just said a sentence or like a statement. It's like, why did that statement sound like you were confused or you asking my approval? And I would keep it pushing because I just didn't like the interaction after that, because it's like your statement came out as a question and I don't have the answer. So you don't know what you're talking about right now. You're just saying shit is how I would read it. But now I realize you're not just saying shit, you're lying.
Liars often accidentally use the question inflection because they are secretly asking, do you believe me? So if I ask my daughter, did you take the last cookie from the plate? And she goes, no. She did. So liars are asking, do you believe me? If you accidentally use the question inflection on your name, on a boundary, on a number, you are begging people to not believe you. Liars often accidentally use the question inflection because they are secretly asking, do you believe me? So if I ask my daughter, did you take the last cookie from the plate? And she goes, no. She did. So liars are asking, do you believe me? If you accidentally use the question inflection on your name, on a boundary, on a number, you are begging people to not believe you.
Very interesting. So if it sounds like you're having a conversation with somebody and they're asking a bunch of questions, but they really making statements, they might be lying to you. Yo, this right here is so heartbreaking. Why she do this to this man?
All right, so why was your balloon unpopped?
He's a handsome, well-dressed guy, and I love adrenaline too, so.
And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
I didn't want to, but I had to. Okay, you're a beautiful young lady.
You said that last part.
I did find myself attracted to this young lady right here. I kind of had my eyes on her from when I walked in. So that's the reality of what it is.
And it's crazy what happens next. Like, just now, she had that sparkle in her eye, the gleam. She was looking back at him, looked like she giving the energy. What happens next is crazy.
All right, thank you. I'll have you come up here with us. Come on up here. You scoot that way for me.
This way, yes.
You'll stand over
Down the
here.
whole way up.
All right. Do you all have any final
Now she in her head. On the way up, she looking down. She's, damn. Now is the moment of truth.
questions for one another before we determine if there's a match?
I don't, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to pop.
Pop. She could have did the same thing 60 seconds sooner, and that man could have left with a potential match. Because she knew already she wasn't about to match with this nigga. So why she wait for him to choose and then pop? She could have just took herself out to running. But no, she wanted to be chosen first. Why? Boost her ego. Boost her ego. I got chosen by a nigga I don't even want. Pop. Like, why she waste the time like that?
That's
what happened? Why?
Yes, the vibe.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
This is like the attraction and the vibe. He done went through every other balloon, and I believe they have at least 8 to 10 women. So he talked to at least 5, 6 different women, and you got to hear the whole conversation as well as see him come out. And nowhere in between that did you decide to pop until after it came down to the last minute. Get out of here, bro.
I'm not attracted to him.
So why'd you hang on till the end?
Because I like to know what he's about.
Because I like to get attention and be chosen. He didn't take me out of the lineup, so it gave me a confidence boost. Bitch, bye.
And attraction is not everything, but I just wanted to.
And I'm not gonna lie. I might sound kind of like an asshole for this, but for this exact reason is why I never gas women up, bro. I will tell the woman she's gorgeous. I'll tell the woman she's beautiful. I will let her know she's attractive. But off rip, I do not gas women for being attractive, bro. Because it's like, I don't know you. And you might just want to hear that you're attractive. I've literally gotten girls to talk to me long term because they said they didn't get the compliments or attention that they wanted. So they were waiting for me to start complimenting them. And I did not do this on purpose, bro. I promise you it was not concrete. I'm going to withhold telling her she's beautiful. It's just, I really noticed this in one of my first long-term relationships with a girl who, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say she was a baddie, but by some people's standard, she was a baddie. You feel me? And before I met her, she was known in her neighborhood as being a baddie, right? And so after we had been together for like 6 months, She was like, you know, you don't tell me I'm fine as much as I'm used to. Like, you don't be telling me how attractive I am as much as guys in the past. And I was like, I tell you you're beautiful though, right? And she was like, yeah, and you have. And I was like, you know I think you're attractive, right? And she was like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, so we don't have an issue, right? And she's like, not necessarily, but I've observed the fact that you don't be telling me I'm beautiful as fuck all the time. And I've been waiting for you to start doing it more. And I was just like, interesting, noted, right? Going on from there, I just had a girl be like, oh, wow, you just like 2-3 months after knowing me, just like, you just never know how to give me a compliment, blah, 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 blah. But I've just been trying to get, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I can't really put it into words. This is what I will say. I've noticed that women who are very used to getting compliments out of dudes and praised for their attractiveness will be triggered. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. I've had it work against me where they'll be like, you don't actually like me, or you don't like me as much as I'm used to being liked. So now I'm uncomfortable. So it don't always work in your favor. But I will say, it will throw her for a loop and it will make you stand out. Whether or not she likes it or not depends on how secure she is already with herself. If she's already secure with herself and likes herself, she might actually like it because it makes you different than every other dude who's thirsty and chasing, trying to get her attention. She might not like it because this is unfamiliar territory. And this is something that I've learned. You can shake out the weak-minded in the simps by not going over the top, bro. You're not that impressed. Because for one, like I said, if you're talking to a gorgeous woman, first and foremost, best believe you know she's gorgeous. You wouldn't be there. Why are you reiterating it to yourself, right? And if she truly is that gorgeous, she knows that she's attractive, bro. And even if she doesn't know she's attractive, best believe at least once a week there are men somewhere telling her that she's attractive, bro, or gawking at her or staring at her. There is at least 1 to 5 guys in her life at any given time that is telling her that she's attractive, whether it's on a dating app. Bro, there are women who literally use dating apps just on days where they're feeling down. Oh, today I feel like a 5 out of 10. They get on a dating app, they open that bitch. They'd be like, dang, dog, I just had 20 thirsty dudes begging to come over and lick the bottoms of my dirty feet. Like, dudes be asking for weird stuff, stupid stuff, acting like they in love off the rip on these dating apps, bro. I've seen the inside of a woman's phone with a dating app, bro, and most dudes are not ready for it. The average 3 is getting more attention than a 10 out of 10 dating app, than a 10 out of 10 male on a dating app, bro. I promise you. One, because dudes are goers. They're thirsty. They be going for anything. And a lot of dudes on dating apps just be trying to get a smash, bro. Especially if you be swiping for a month, 2-3 months, and you get 5 matches. You're like, yeah, fuck this. I'm just swiping yes on everything. I'll do the weeding out process as we go, right? And so girls, bro, they see that and they be like, yo, this guy likes me. Oh, this guy's attractive. This guy works as this. Da, 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 da. And they really just look at the volume and say, this is how many people want me. And they don't even have to respond. And they just got a confidence boost and an ego boost because they feel like they could at least get the attention of 20, 30 different guys. And they don't even have to talk to them. They have all the power. I don't even have to talk to these guys to get them to want me. So if you're the guy who's not overly thirsty, overly going, and overly dropping compliments, trying to gas her head up, she's like, what makes you so different? And I did not even figure this out as a way to spit fucking game. I'm just a very call it how I see it type of guy. I think logically. If I didn't think you were physically appealing in any manner, I would not be trying to talk to you in a romantic sense. I wouldn't be interested in taking you on dates. And I definitely would not be trying to poke. I would not be trying to smash if you were not attractive. So it wasn't until I got involved with women who were used to having niggas die over, boop, 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 to having dudes go crazy to be with them. You feel me? Once I started talking to women who were baddies, and I just say that like this because it's like, yes, I think they're beautiful, but I ain't even think there was the baddest like that, which I guess is part of the issue, bro. My bad. That's probably why I didn't tell him how bad they were, because I thought they were very attractive and I thought they were pretty, but like they weren't baddies. You feel me? They were baddies on the verge. Like they're in between. You feel me? Like I see the material. I see the material. I feel bad saying that. I hope they don't know who I'm talking about. Hey, and if they do, fuck it. You feel me? Look, I don't know. I was about to say I might do it again, but thinking back on it, I don't think I would. I don't think I would with neither one of them. And I think that's kind of how you know that there was baddie material, because both these was headaches, bro. The badder she is, the bigger the headache. It's something that I also started to learn. So that's another reason why I never even cared to have baddies. Like, I think I learned early on in college, the badder the girl, the bigger the problem. You feel me? Just from seeing the number of times I would see the baddest girls around me in drama, or like dudes that I knew who were talking to baddies, all talking to the same 2 or 3 baddies, where I was just like, I'm not for this whole recycled drama mess, bro. Cause I'm not a drama dude. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I don't need nobody in my business. And unfortunately, I'm not going to say I'm a popular guy, but everywhere I go, I usually end up in the mix. You feel me? People who know people always end up knowing me and knowing my people. So I be trying to stay, you feel me, out the way and on good accord with as many people as possible, at least in the public forefront. So when it comes to bad bitches, all the niggas want to talk to her and she gonna speak back if she's loose. And you don't got the time for that shit a lot of the time. So I don't even be trying to talk to the baddies. Too many motherfuckers be trying to talk to you. And depending on how aged and seasoned you are, you be talking too fucking much and you be outside with too many people for me. Because you a baddie. You get invited to all the hottest events. And if you ain't used to going outside or being nowhere, you gonna go. You trying to see. You want to be around the rich niggas. You feel me? I don't got time for that shit, bro. I don't got time for the arguments, the headache.
Subtle signs that she's attracted to you, and most men miss them.
I'm not gonna lie, most dudes miss a lot of the subtle attraction signs. If a girl is not staring at you or looking at you like she want to eat you up, and even then, I've seen dudes be like, and I'm like, dog, she looking at you. She's looking at you. All you got to do is go talk at this point. All you have to do is introduce yourself and not say anything dumb. Make her laugh once or twice, ask for her phone number, and end the interaction. You don't even got to do too much sometimes.
Most men miss when a woman is into them, not because the signs aren't there, but because women are taught to be subtle. They're not taught to come right out and say it. Instead, they show it, and they show it in ways that are quiet, subconscious, and deeply wired into our psychology. So if you're sitting there wondering, does she like me? Stop overanalyzing her words and start paying more attention to her body language.
And this is something I definitely have to say. I started having way better times when it came to interacting with women when I started paying attention to what they were actually doing. And I don't mean like I was oblivious to how they were behaving before, but actually reading the body language. Is she facing you? Is she looking directly at you? Where are her hands when she's talking? When she's laughing or saying things, does she reach out? Does she touch you at all? All of these are little subtle signs of figuring out how comfortable she is with you, for one, and then two, whether or not she's liking the conversation. You feel me? Before, I would just be in my head so much trying to get things, or not get, but trying to hear certain markers in the conversation that lets me know how she's thinking or feeling. When all you got to do is look at the way she's behaving with her body in proximity to you, and it'll tell you everything you need to know.
Language. These are the 5 most common and most misread signs that a woman has a crush on you, plus the psychology behind why they happen. Number 1, she exposes her neck or tilts her head. This is one of the oldest nonverbal cues in the book. When a woman tilts her head slightly while she's speaking to you or moves her hair out of the way to expose her neck, her collarbone or her shoulder, this is not just about comfort. It's a subconscious display of vulnerability. Psychologically, the neck is one of the most delicate and unprotected parts of the body. To expose it signals trust, and when a attraction is present, she'll do this naturally without even thinking.
Boom. It'll happen naturally without even thinking. And that's how I started to realize how much it happens, because it's so subconscious and so subtle. You'll see someone talking, and then you'll see a lock in, a little head tilt, and sometimes it's a brush away, it's a pull away, or sometimes it's even a hand to the neck. And hey man, that's all I'm gonna say is it could be super subtle, but it will happen. And sometimes it's just a simple opening and tilting, or turning the other way, but looking like this. You feel me? And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I know I might look silly or goofy talking about it, but once you see it in real time, you will not be able to unsee it.
It also has a visual purpose. It's subtly drawing attention to soft feminine areas. This behaviour is part of what's known as affiliative display. It's a non-threatening signal meant to invite closeness. Number 2, she finds reasons to stay physically close to you. This is where most men get confused, because...
And that was one I definitely had to learn, because it's like sometimes you're walking close to somebody or sitting next to somebody and your legs will bump, right? Or your feet will bump, right? But this is something I've realized. If it's truly an accident, it'll be a quick, oh, my bad. If it was not an accident, you'll get a little linger, or oh, my bad. You feel me? There won't be an immediate separation. If you get a 1-2 count, she's hyper aware of the fact that you guys just touched. And if she didn't look when it happened, she meant for that shit to happen, dog. And it's just a subtle barrier breach. And it's just a signal of comfortability, bro, or just being close in your proximity. I've realized that women are not going to be close to people they're not comfortable with, and they're definitely not going to be within the personal space or proximity of a man that they're not interested in at least hearing out, or that they're already comfortable being around. Because, but we all know women don't fuck with us, nigga. And a lot of niggas be on bullshit. Some niggas stank, you feel me? And they just don't trust men, right? So if a woman trusts you enough to be able to be within 6 inches of like arm's reach, or she can smell you. If a woman is close enough to smell you, or you can smell her, you're doing something right. Just don't say no dumb shit.
Because proximity can seem accidental, but in reality, it rarely is. If a woman consistently finds ways to stand near you, lean in or sit close, or just linger a little longer after a conversation ends, she's creating spatial intimacy. And from a psychological standpoint, we're biologically wired to move closer to people that we're drawn to. Proximity is one of the strongest unspoken cues of interest. If she positions herself near you, especially when she doesn't have to.
If you go to turn around and you realize you can't completely finish turning around because there's a woman standing there, she's not standing there on accident, gang. She properly positioned herself. And so some dudes will say girls don't be doing nothing, or that they don't have game, or that they don't give signs and signals. They just have a different type of game. She'll come stand close enough for you to bump her by accident, bro. Or she'll literally, I had this girl one time wave at me, bruh. And it's like, we were inside the same nightlife hub and around the same groups of people and friend groups, right? And so I seen her out at one spot, and she looked up and she was just like, and then she disappeared. And I was just like, I clocked it, right? And then I seen her again same night, and she did it again. And I'm like, yo. So by the time we get close to each other and actually talk, she's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, what's good? Because now I don't want to seem weird, like I forgot her, and she was attractive. So I'm playing it cool, like, hey, what's good, shawty? Hey, hi, nice to see you again. I'm sitting here in my head like, who is this girl, bro? Fast forward, we ended up becoming cool, right? And she was like, I didn't know you. And I said, it's been 2-3 years at this point. And for the first month, I was mad confused. And then I just chalked it up as to me being out one night and forgetting who I was talking to. And no, she let me know that was part of her game. she implemented the idea that I knew her, so I had no problem speaking first once we got close enough to talk. I was like, that, mind blown. Hey, what's up? Like, across the room. And I'm like, bruh, that's crazy. Because if it's not for the fact that it happened 3 times, I could have very easily just been like, you was talking to somebody else. And the fact that you was able to make direct eye contact with me across the bar, that's crazy. I had to respect it. But I was like, she's pimp. She's pimping out here, bro. She's pimping out this bitch, bro. Because every dude is about to fold. Every dude is going to fold for that. At the very minimum, she's going to get a conversation to ask, why do you look so familiar? And then from there, the ball is in her court. She could say whatever. She could say, I don't know. Then they get closer and they, you feel me? For whatever reason, she could be like, I don't know. Why are you talking to me? Right. And he'd be like, hey, bro, I thought you was waving at me. She was like, bro, it's a crowded ass place. I could have been waving at anybody. Right. So I'm like, bro, this was master level game, bro, from a like 22-year-old girl, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I need to put this one in my playbook. The only thing is, as a dude, that shit not gonna fly as hard, bro. Because women are gonna be like, who is this nigga waving at? I don't know you. I don't know him. Why is he waving at me? I'm not even about to wave back. You might not even look you in your eye, bro. You just be like, who is this? Who? Why is he waving? Who is he waving at? I don't even know him. So that's the only reason why I'm not gonna say that this is gonna be the best thing to be implemented for fellas. But I thought that was some master level game.
That's her nervous system pulling her towards you. Number 3, she fidgets, but only around you. This is often misunderstood as disinterest, but it's actually the opposite. Watch what her hands are doing. Is she playing with her hair, touching her necklace, adjusting her clothes? These are called self-adapters or preening behaviors in psychology, and they serve 2 purposes. 1, they're calming. People fidget when they're anxious or excited, and attraction creates both of those. 2, they subtly draw attention to certain areas, her lips, her neckline, and her hands. These movements are often subconscious and they're rooted in mammalian grooming, used across species to prepare for social or mating interactions. The key here is context. If she's only doing it when she's around you, it's a strong sign. It's not random, it's reactive. Number 4, her voice softens. So vocal tone is a major indicator of emotional state. When a woman is attracted to someone, her voice might drop slightly in pitch.
This is something else I noticed. When a girl is like, or a woman is with someone that she feels safe with, or like that she is romantically involved with and she's happy with, the voices sound like kids, dog. It just sounds like they just sound so carefree, bro. It's like you could take. I literally seen it happen with this real estate agent that I used to work with. She'd be in the office, boom, boom, handling business, man, on the phone, talking like, all right, so let's move forward with this, like, da-da-da. All of a sudden, her husband called, hey. And she'll even start talking about her husband. She's like, yeah, we'll say, Kyle. He's like, oh, wow, no, we're not going to say that. Dang, that's crazy. I'm horrible with coming up with names on the fly. If you hear me say somebody's name on one of these lives, you know I'm talking about a real person, because I just went to come up with a fake name for this nigga, and it took me this whole amount of time. You're gonna say JC, right? You say, oh, JC, he was just, and with the, and all of it was just turned to carefree fluff, bro, because he just made her feel carefree, bruh. And then it would turn back, all right, so on tomorrow, let's get this done and let's get this done. And we got to handle this. And I have to get out of the office by this time. Oh, because me and JC, we're going to go ahead and take the kids. And again, light and fluffy, bro. And then recently, I was just observing another woman who works in a professional setting and who talks very matter-of-factly and statistically, right? Seen her with her boyfriend. Oh, and all that. She sound like this, bro. Valley girl. And I'm like, yo. Oh, so when they really do get comfortable with somebody they like, bro, all that rah-rah shit fall away. All that boss bitch shit fall away, even if she is the boss bitch, dog.
Pitch, or it might become warmer and slow down. It might even take on a more playful melodic tone. This happens because
that melodic shit, that's real, bro. If she sound melodic when she's talking, You doing something right, bro. If she giggling, you doing something right, bro.
Of increased parasympathetic nervous system activity, meaning that she feels safer and more relaxed around you. Lower pitch in female vocalizations is often linked to intimacy and seduction, and it creates a calm, inviting energy that deepens emotional connection. She may not even notice that she's doing it, but if you're hearing a shift in her tone with you that she doesn't usually use with others, take note of that. Number 5, she mirrors your energy and behavior. So mirroring is one of the clearest signs of connection, and it happens subconsciously. If you lean in, she leans in. If you laugh, she follows. If you touch your face, a few seconds later, she might do the same. Her body is syncing with yours. Psychologically, mirroring is a form of nonverbal rapport. It happens when the brain recognizes familiarity and safety, and her body is literally reflecting your movements because it's in tune with yours. This is especially strong when it's paired with other signs. So if she's mirroring and also leaning in, softening her voice or touching her neck, the attraction isn't imagined, it's embodied. Here's the bottom line. Women often won't.
And so, look, real quick rundown. A couple of signs for you to know that a woman is more interested in you than you might be paying attention to. If she starts to reveal her neck, shoulders, and collarbone to you, touch it, that's a sign. If she's in close enough proximity for you to be able to smell her breath and her to smell yours, and she's not trying to get out of your space, that's a sign. If her voice sounds like a 12-year-old girl whenever she talks to you, that's a sign. If she accidentally bumps you and doesn't separate immediately, these are all little signs, bro.
Hey, y'all. Tell me if I'm tripping. So I have a male best friend.
So one thing I learned, that if a woman gets on here and she starts off in the first 2 sentences with "tell me if I'm tripping," most of the time she's tripping. And the fact that she's posting it on the internet is to see if other people corroborate the bullshit. But we're going to go ahead and give her the benefit of the doubt and see if she's tripping.
Who we were best friends in middle school. We weren't as close in high school. He moved away for college. He never came back to Miami after college, but we got back close, like on the phone and when he visited.
This actually sounds a lot like me and one of my best friends. We were close since middle school. We never actually dated, and yeah.
Down here, he ended up settling down in Georgia. And anytime I go to Georgia, I see him, we chill, we have a good time.
Whenever she come out to where I'm at, I kick it with her. Whenever I'm back home, we see each other.
Like I said, when he comes to Miami, we always chill. When he comes down here, we tried to date once in our adult lives, and we figured out that
we ain't never tried to date as adults. We ain't do all of that.
We're just not meant to be romantically involved. We're just great friends. We're good as friends, both Virgos, and we just love each other as friends. We never had sex. So last week we had our high school's alumni picnic, and he came down here. I think he came down here on, I want to say Wednesday, and he's like we were supposed to chill on a Wednesday, but I think I was busy and couldn't link up with him on the Wednesday. So on Thursday when we talked, he was like, oh, like basically if I don't see him today, I'm not gonna get to see him until the alumni picnic, which was Saturday. And I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, because his girlfriend is coming in town on Friday. So I'm like, what does that mean? And he's like, basically like he don't want to.
What do you mean? What does that mean? He already told you that you either see me now or you see me at the alumni event. It sounds pretty black and white to me. Is not a what do you mean? It's more like a why are you saying that? And he's saying that because it's the decision he made as a grown-ass man. You either see me within this time frame or you see me within this time frame. On the days in between, I'm unavailable to link you.
So his girlfriend that he has a female best friend. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're hiding me from your girlfriend? And he's like,
yes, he's hiding you from his girlfriend. Like, why does she even have to ask that question? It's pretty obvious what he's doing. You feel me? He already told you his girlfriend was coming to town on these days, and after those days, he was not going to be able to see you. Like, and is he wrong for that? I'm gonna say it's a little weird. If you got a best friend that you're anticipating continuing to be one of your best friends, and you have a relationship partner that's someone you're continuing to see as your long-term person, not having these two people ever meet each other to me is kind of suspicious. That's a little suspicious. The shit's a little suspicious, kind of weird to me. But at the same time, being a man who understands the dichotomy of having a female who gets jealous, I don't want to tell this bitch I got a female best friend either, especially if I want to still be able to kick it with my female best friend without feeling all the way guilty. Because if I don't tell her that I'm hanging out with you, she cannot be mad that I'm hanging out with a girl. She cannot be mad that I'm hanging out with a woman. If she doesn't know, she can't be as mad. If she ever finds out that it was a woman and I didn't tell her, that's something we'll have to deal with when and if we have to cross that road, which will only happen if we end up getting married or you both stick around long enough for that to happen. But right now, y'all both don't know about each other, and I don't have to worry about arguments. I don't have to worry about jealousy. I don't have to worry about pettiness, and I still get to kick it with my best friend, especially if you guys really are just strictly platonic. And understanding the idea of a jealous woman and the fact that they will not shut the fuck up, bro. Even after the fact of the matter, if she finds out that he even has a female best friend, she might just start trying to figure out if he ever fucked you and not believe the fact that you guys never slept together, because she will say every male friend she has wants to fuck her. And then in the same breath will say, if you have a female friend, then let me have a male friend. And then you'll say no, and she'll say exactly, and you'll say, but you want to go get a male best friend now because I have one, not because you already had a long-term male best friend. In her mind, it doesn't matter. It's the same concept, a male opposite gender best friend. In your mind, you're going to be like, but I've known this woman for over 15, 20 years and nothing happened. This is a new nigga that you don't even have the rapport built up with, because any of the old niggas that you have aren't your friend because they already let you know they was trying to crack. So it's like, we're not even playing the same game. You cut all the niggas because they was already trying to crack. I am the nigga in this situation, and I'm telling you, I'm not trying to crack. And this is where men and women be getting into disagreements and arguments, because we don't understand the natures of the opposite person. You feel me? Whereas as women, they know the way that men have behaved in their past and treated them, so they believe that all niggas be on that same bullshit and trash. If she knows that plenty of dudes with girlfriends and wives and fiancés talk to her on a regular basis, she's not going to believe that her boyfriend or fiance isn't trying to talk to multiple bitches, because she's been the bitch that these niggas have tried to talk to in the past. And you'll be like, but I'm not them, which is the reason why you're with me. And this is part of the reason why the niggas that are good niggas turn into bad niggas, because the bitches will be looking at the way the bad niggas act and see that it's a lot of niggas that be talking that way and acting that way. And then they'll meet a good nigga and they'll say, this nigga got to act the same way as the bad niggas. But they don't take into account that they actually chose the good nigga because he was being good and he didn't act like the bad niggas. But they're going to say he's just putting on a front or a facade because all men are liars. So he's just a very good liar and a pretender. And he's doing the same things as the bad niggas, just better. So once the good niggas realize that they getting treated the same way the bad niggas is getting treated, because she don't want to believe that good niggas exist, he stops being a good nigga. If I'm going to get treated the same way as the bad niggas and I'm not being on none of the bad nigga type timing, I might as well act like the bad niggas if I'm still going to get the same treatment. What's the point of being a good nigga? There's no benefits. Like, if I still get the same treatment, the same reaction, I might as well just be a bad nigga. It's easier. Because being a good nigga means I have to take time and consideration. I have to listen to what you're saying and what you want. But if I pretend to, and then I act like a bad nigga that you already think that I am, and that you know how they are because you've already been giving them time and attention, why would I waste all my time trying to be a good nigga, bro? And that's really the heart of the game right there. And a lot of women don't want to believe that that's just the horrible cycle that it really be going through, where it's like you talk to a couple of bad niggas and then you start treating every nigga like he's the bad bad nigga, and then that nigga turned into the bad nigga, and now we truly do just have a bunch of villains out here, bro. And hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna say this. I feel as if I've avoided the villainy just because I don't have time for the bullshit. But by avoiding the bullshit, I've also been incorporated in the villainy because I'm aware of the bullshit, so I don't play the game, which then in turn makes me the villain in people's minds who are playing the game. You feel me? I don't do all the rah-rah, hoopla bullshit, the back and forth, the ego games, all of that. So it's like I be killing people's egos and shit in the middle of these games because I don't give them the attention that they think that they should be getting or that they actually want, because I don't realize that it's a game. Like, I just be living life, bro.
Muy bien. Lección 72 para mis estereotípicamente.
I like
Jóvenes
this.
atractivos. Así que chicos, hablando con
I
esta
did
chica guapa,
I did
ha
a
pasado un
ID
poco de
video
tiempo,
with
¿verdad?
the
Digamos que
translations.
ha pasado más de un mes, menos de 6.
The French voiceover for me sounds sexy. Shit. Is that what I sound like with my American accent? Like, does my American voice sound sexy like that? But it sound like that because it's in French now? Like, I need to talk more. Because, I want to learn how to talk in French. If that's supposed to be like an AI version of my actual voice and register, I like the way that nigga sound.
Man, like women are on that. Like they don't really, agree with men having female best friends, especially a female best friend that, looks kind of good. And so he just, he gonna just keep it a secret. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, we've been friends since we were kids. Like, what are you talking about? This makes no sense to me. And I just feel like it's crazy because I'm like, he's a good looking guy too. And it's like, I would never hide him from the person who I'm dating. Like, I think that's just crazy. Like, am I tripping? Like, and I kind of was like annoyed with him because I'm like, so when you bring her to the picnic, what are you going to introduce me as? Like, but I mean, if I remember correctly, I think at the picnic, he did say we were, I don't know if he said we were best friends, but we did meet each other, me and the girlfriend. But I'm just like, the whole thought process in the first place was so weird to me because now that I reflect on it, he really has never introduced me to a girlfriend.
And this is a man trying to preserve his mental health and peace. You feel me? And I feel as if the fact that y'all were able to meet at the actual event says a lot. You feel me? Because it's like if he was really trying to hide you, he would have made sure that y'all didn't even speak at the event. So the fact that you got the introduction means he would prefer for y'all to actually talk to each other. But baby steps. It all starts with an introduction. Baby steps. How women be sleep at night. And I love every part of it. You feel me? I'm not gonna lie. It definitely be funny. You wake up, you look over, and you just see something poking out. You feel me? Or when the arms just be wherever, and you be like, yo, you really is just knocked out. Like one arm going this way, one arm going this way, one titty pointed this way, and one titty pointing that way. And you just like, why are you even wearing a shirt? Like, it is my beater, bro. Why are you wearing my shirt and ain't nothing inside of it but your stomach? Oh, but the thing is, they be looking like they be having the most peaceful sleep. It just look so tranquil, bro. Maybe it's because you just got done putting in some work. You feel me? Put that to sleep, boy. That's why they poke it out looking like that. It's like, you did this? I did. I'll take credit where credit is due.
So how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Is that
The look on his face says everything, bro.
a real 6'2" or a man 6'2"?
You know, men, y'all add inches.
I'm not understanding what's going on.
My man said, I'm not here for none of this, none of these games. Like, as soon as he heard the question, how tall are you? It looked like he got confused. And when he gets further on in what he's saying, it makes sense on why he got confused. Because he's like, what does this have anything to do with me? Y'all bitches is worried about an aesthetic.
Here.
So did your doctor say that you were 6'2"?
Or did he say 5'11"?
So let's say I am 5'.
And the fact that they think it's so funny, where it's like, I'm glad you think this is funny because nigga, I'm annoyed.
11.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
We want to know your height. Just answer the question.
Right,
If
it's
it's
a Q&A.
6'2", it's 6.
Just answer the question that he already answered. And then you confirmed what he said, and he said yes. What do you mean? And I hate when people do this. I will not lie. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. If someone asks me a question and I answer that question, and then they ask me the same question again, and I answer it again, if you ask me that same question again, I'm kind of just gonna stop trying to talk to you. It's like I feel as if you're playing a game with me. You're trying to make sure that my answer was the same and that I'm not gonna change or say yes or no or add to it or anything. Like I feel like you're trying to test if what I just said was the truth or not. Because why are we doing this, bro? I'm a firm believer of Jesus Christ and what it says in the Bible. He said, "Let your yes be yes and your no be no." So if I give you an answer, that is all there is to it. There's no if, and, buts, or maybes unless I said maybe. If I did not say maybe or we'll see, it was a yes or a no pretty fucking clearly. Like the only time I give maybes is if I don't know what's going on my schedule and I might have something else that I have to do. Outside of that, it's a yes or no for me, dog.
It's true.
I know, but I mean, I want to know like where we're going with this.
Well, one, she's a taller woman.
She is.
Correct. 6 feet. And so she also loves to wear heels. So now we're adding a few inches.
6'3",
So
6'4".
is that something that you know, like some men are weird about that?
Oh, so your question is do I mind her height?
No. Our question is, how tall are you? It's really lighthearted.
It's saying it's really lighthearted. I'm annoyed. I don't care if this was a lighthearted joke on your part. Read the room. I'm annoyed. What are we doing here? And this is something that I feel like goes like it gets missed. His thought process is, what is the point of this question and where are we going with it? That's the whole reason he's confused. And all they can think is, we asked you a question, now answer it. And I gave you an answer and everyone laughed at me and negated the answer. Why am I going to say it again? I'm only going to say it again if I need to prove something to you. But if I'm telling you the truth, I'm not going to keep repeating myself, because what is the point of the question before I keep wasting time and energy?
We were just asking how tall you are. That's it.
Okay, but it's the same answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not mad at it.
So how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Is that a real 6'2" or a man 6'2"?
You know, men, y'all add inches.
I'm not understanding what's going on here.
So did your doctor say that you were 6'2"?
Honestly, I would have left
Or
the
did he
table.
say 5'11"?
I'm out. I'm over
So
it.
let's say
It
I
don't
am
matter no
5'11".
more.
What are we talking about?
We're not talking about shit. I've already gotten
Just
up.
answer the question.
Right.
There's no more question to answer. I don't care. I'm no longer interested. I'm actually 5 foot even, and I might be 4'11". You know, I don't even know how tall I am. 6'7", who knows? I'm out of here. Y'all stupid. Especially just because of the fact that I said, "What do you mean and why?" And then you're still telling me to answer the question that I already answered. Unsufferable.
I fear that I haven't encountered a man that has cracked the code on a 10 out of 10
All right, so she thinks this man has cracked the code on a 10 out of 10 approach. Let's judge, chat. Let's judge.
approach, at least in my book. Let me explain. I was out the other night with my friend. A man approaches us. He goes, "You two are beautiful. Has anyone bought you a drink tonight?" We both...
All right, so he cold approached, gave a blanket compliment, offered to buy a drink. I don't know why balloons went off, because I would not celebrate this nigga from the 3 facts that I have already. I do not like any of these 3 points personally already, but he cracked the code. Let her continue.
say no. He goes, "I don't intend to interrupt your night, but I'd love to buy you both a drink." Comes back over.
How is he going to say this? I don't intend to interrupt your night, but he already interrupted the night. Now, please believe I'm not being a hater. The fact he cold approached, did buy the drink, and got the fuck on does set him apart from most guys. But the things that she's saying he said, I hope he did not say them this blatant straightforward, because I'm not going to apologize for interrupting and say I didn't mean to interrupt the night. I already did it.
A drink for each of us, a shot for him. He cheers us, takes the shot, gets on his way as he said he would. My friend and I continue to sit there to have a little chit chat, a little hee hee ha ha, the whole nine. About 20 minutes later, which in my opinion feels like a respectable and appropriate amount of time to wait, the man circles back around. He comes over, he's asking us, hey, how are things going? Did you enjoy the drinks? We continue to have a little casual conversation as a group. We get to the point in the conversation where it's, hey, would love to keep the conversation going. We should exchange contact information. Let me give you my number. At this point, I have my go-to speech already queued up and ready to go. So
hear that? Go-to speech queued up and already ready to go. She was ready to reject the guy before he even fully gave any, you feel me, invitation completely. But she still accepted the drink, the time, the interaction, and the conversation. Probably because she appreciated the attention.
I proceed to tell him, hey, look, I don't give out my number. I am very intentionally single at this point. I am not looking to get involved with anyone. I'm not interested in getting.
So I think the most interesting thing before she even finishes this is that he said, I would love to get to know you more. Pull out your phone and I'll give you my number. The first thing she said is, I don't give out my number and I'm not looking to date anyone. Nobody asked you that shit, bro. And it's like, you over here telling me something that didn't even happen. I would have just left it alone.
Getting to know anyone, to which he goes, hold on, I didn't ask for your number. I asked if I could give you my number. And when the time comes, if you'd like to, and when you're ready to use it, you have it. I didn't know what the fuck to say. I was actually pretty stunned by that one, frankly. So I told him candidly, I said 10 out of 10, no notes. That was slick. That was real fucking slick.
And so I'm going to say he has the game of a high schooler with this one. Honestly, that's the game of a high schooler. Maybe a college sophomore. Maybe. And I say that because of the fact he has no guaranteed follow-up. He has no future plans. He spent money and he wasted 2 interactions. I say wasted 2 interactions because he spoke to her on 2 different times and spent money. Did he lose? Not by any means. The biggest dub is the fact that she made this video about it, which means he has mental real estate in her brain now, which is great. That's a positive. But overall, I think this interaction could have been stronger and could have been better. It was not horrible because he did a cold approach. Big ups on that. And the fact that he was able to break the ice, start a conversation, and leave it alone. And she noted and appreciated that. So I will not say it seems as if he came off thirsty. And the fact he gave her his number signals the fact that he's not thirsty and that he's confident in the way he approached, with the fact that I'm going to expect you to hit me up later. The one thing that I do not like the most is that she said, I'm not looking for anything or wanting anything or talking to anybody. And he said, well, maybe if you want to in the future. I'm not giving it that much hope. I'm going to say, all right, that's fine. I hear what you're saying. Just in case. I might say just in case, but I'm not going to give you the illusion of the fact that this offer is going to still be available 6 months from now, a month from now, 2 months from now. If a woman is telling me she's emotionally unavailable, I'm not going to say, well, when you get ready. I'm going to say, it sucks to hear that, and now you have my number. What? I'm not waiting for shit. With that being said, I have no problem cutting things off that don't make sense. So even if you do reach out in 2 months and we connect, if I'm rocking with you, if there's not someone else I'm already locked down with or locked in with, they can easily go. You feel me? And I don't. I get, some will say I just move on quickly, and it's not even that. It's if we didn't lock in to a certain point yet, I'm not locked in at all, even if it seems like I am. And I try to be very upfront about that, where it's like, I love love. I'm a very intentional guy. And I can build something and it will be special and it will only be between me and you. But that does not mean I am tied to this existence, this future, or any specific outcome. And once I do get tied to it, you'll fucking know. You'll know. Last time I got tied to a specific outcome with someone of the opposite gender, she knew. You feel me? We gonna start talking about living together, our future, possible kids. Like, I'm not having these conversations with nobody that I don't foresee actually filling that role in that spot. You feel me? So by the time it gets there, you'll know. With that being said, I don't think bro cracked the code on shit, on anything other than how to be memorable in the sense of not following the normal trajectory of shit. He didn't buy her a drink and stay around and stay in her face trying to make her talk. He didn't ask for her number, and he didn't act like he wasn't interested when she rejected him. He approached confidently. He left her with something and gave her, you feel me? He bought her and her friend a drink. He didn't just solo approach her and only talk to her. Like, he bought them both drinks. He was a gentleman about it. And she said they all three had casual conversation, and then it got to a point where he chose up, right? And so this might have really just been him reading the whole situation and deciding whether he wanted her or her friend. And she doesn't even know that whole time he was talking to them, he was assessing which one of them he even wanted to try. And that's why it was no sweat off his back, because he wasn't too interested in either bitch, which is why he bought them a drink and then he left and he went to walk around and he did a lap and then he came back because these were the best fish in the sea that he had seen so far this night. You feel me? He really could have been on his player time like that. The only reason I say it's not a 10 out of 10 is because he has no guaranteed follow-up, follow-through. He has no contact information, which makes it better for him, though, because if she does contact him, he knows that he's already halfway there because she's still thinking about him without him having to do anything. And it's been at least 48 hours because she said it's going to be in her head for the next 48 hours. So decent approach, definitely memorable. I don't know about a 10 out of 10. It was a 10 out of 10 for her.